How's it going, everyone? My name is Brad, and welcome back to the Camping Cavern Podcast, Episode 2. It's been 2 years since the last time we've done it.
Episode deuce.
In between that time, we got a new member here, and he's about to introduce himself. So go ahead.
Hello, America. My name is Draven. This has now become my podcast. It's no longer the Camping Cavern Podcast. It's Draven and Brad and Nave Podcast.
Nave Podcast.
Welcome. Please enjoy.
This is my good friend Draven. We actually just recently befriended each other, and it's been going well, and I wanted to include him in this whole thing that we got going on here.
I thought you farted.
Here's the deal. Basically what Brad said is, bro, we need someone in here to save the show. And I said, I'm not coming unless you're paying me any less than a band episode. So now I'm getting a band episode.
No, listen. I got no more money anymore.
No. I'm getting a band episode. So like,
don't be surprised.
I got no more money. I'm broke. I got nothing. I gave it all to this guy.
Listen, man, I'm not cheap.
I'm broke.
Listen,
he's not cheap, bro. I had to find him. I had to find him off of Craigslist, man. He was like host to revive a show. And I was like, man, do I have a show that needs to be revived? That's absolutely dead for 2 years now.
He was on Cameo.
Yeah, he was on Cameo.
They hired me.
Listen. Don't be surprised if like in 4 episode time we don't post for like another 12 years.
Oh my god! Listen, that's not the goal. The goal is to really take it seriously going forward.
Yeah.
Take it seriously going forward. The only reason why we didn't post in 2 years
is because
a lot of things have happened. Yeah.
Revive the podcast.
Yeah.
Nope.
But in reality, we've had a lot going on. I'm a music producer, so I've been really focused on getting my music done. Like for example, right now I just moved into a new space. Before I was sharing a room. Now I got my own space, so it's much better to do these type of things compared to before. Shifts in our friend groups happen, just a lot. Schoolwork, leaving high school. I'm pretty sure we were still in high school when we were released.
We were in senior year. Yeah, we were in senior
year. So, school ended. Now we're in college, busy with that. A lot of things happened, but the idea came up to really just revive this whole thing again. So we're back, and we're hoping to talk about some interesting stuff. And I'm looking forward to it.
Anything.
I think we've got to
wait.
We're not even back. This is a new beginning.
I don't think I ever introduced myself.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay.
I didn't. Okay. All right. Watch this. Okay. All right.
Oh god.
We're gonna cut the video.
Oh.
Right? Dude. Oh, where's the clapping? Like the clapping. All right, guys. Settle down. It's me. It's Evan. Calm down. All right. I'm getting paid 2 bands, 2 racks a podcast.
I paid Draven 1 band, and I'm paying this guy $20.
Dude, he's giving me 20,000 bands right now.
This guy ain't getting paid. 20,000 bands. Reference Loose Change, NFR Stunt. Check them out.
NFR Stunt.
UFR Stunt.
Get the name right.
That's what I meant to say. 20,000.
What UFR means is top secret. We can't disclose what UFR means.
It simply means like
don't say it.
Uncircumcised finger remover, for all I know.
Oh man, but yeah. So to kind of get into this more, so Draven here, I met Draven through a mutual friend that we had known for a long time.
Very long time. We won't say name. We won't name drop.
Yeah, no.
If you do need to name drop to help, pick a name that's not their name or close to their name. Okay.
So I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to do that. But it was a mutual friend, and met Draven. But I had known of Draven for 3 years, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Or even 4 years.
When's the first time you met
Draven? Like that. I met Draven at the home show, but it was very
brief.
Very brief. And I had met him, but I had never known that I would end up actually talking to him the way I'd be talking to him now.
Right.
How that happened was a whole thing, but not going to get into it too much. But we started getting close through music, talking about music and our ambitions and what we want to do, and how a lot of people don't really have that mindset of that ambition. You know what I'm saying? So those things are really important. As a producer and as someone who does do music, it's important to have those people around. And so Draven was a great individual to connect with. And honestly, it's another big reason why we're doing this after 2 years of a break.
I think it's also because we're all very good characters. You know, we all got our own.
We're
got our own things.
We're pretty likable.
Yeah.
And we have our own things going on, but I feel like we're young, but I feel like we do want to communicate with others who are also around our age, who can relate to stressors, and things that they've been through.
We're young and we're stupid, but we're smarter than most. So, whatever we say in here, really take to heart, because think of us as teachers, as role models. Really, you should
follow every.
If you're doing anything, you should aspire
to be us.
Me.
All right, I'm gonna piggyback what you're saying. Listen, if anyone tells you, "Hey, don't listen to this guy, don't listen to that guy," listen to me.
Yeah,
listen to us.
You know, people may not think we're professionals here, but
we're better than everybody.
Professionals got standards, and we don't got no standards.
No,
our standards is just for us to have clones of ourselves following our every move. Dude, all right, so that's what, as an audience, that's what you guys are supposed to do.
You're supposed to follow our every beck and call. All right.
Yes, that's the goal here. But no, all jokes aside, we do want to talk about our experiences and to hopefully reach out to an audience who can relate.
Definitely.
So yeah. So Draven, you want to continue going on about how the friend group and how we met and the music related topics that we've gone over? I know that was something before we started we wanted to maybe touch on.
I would love to. So like Brad said, we had known each other for more acquaintances for around 2.5, 3 years for the groups we would meet in, just because we would know we were both there, but we never really talked or connected on the same level we have now. So it was more like, oh, okay, I know Brad does this, and Brad knows Draven does this. Me, he knows I do this, but we never really connected until something really big in our friend group went down, which really changed everything. I mean, nothing's been the same since that, and it happened only very recently, just around 2 months ago now. All this came to light, and it was really eye-opening for everyone here, and it really changed our perspectives on the whole idea of who we were friends with and what we were doing at the time. And when me and Brad connected, it was like, wow. I mean, we're not the same people, but we've went through very similar situations and very similar things, and we've dealt with very similar people in the past and have went through our own fair share of struggles. And so when it came to music, it really worked in our favor, because we're both very inspired to do something with our music, and we want to make a career of it. We want to put our music into we have these great fruitions of and dreams of what we can do, and so we've really been working at taking those and putting them into our work. And so I think when we start releasing things, you guys are going to be really pleasantly surprised with what we're putting out, because we've been dedicating a lot of time and a lot of effort to some fantastic projects that we've been working on. So I promise you guys are really going to enjoy what we've been working on. Even with that being said, I hadn't connected on the same level with Evan before until 2 months ago. So I think we've all become a lot closer, and we've all become a lot more tight knit. Just with the change in our friend group, and we've all been talking more. We've all been getting more work done in our own lives. We all have very busy lives. We're all up to a lot of things. This isn't like we don't see each other every day. We're all very busy. We're all in college. We're all working. We all have classes.
Some of us are an hour and a half, 3 hours away, 4 hours away. I mean, you're like 4.5 hours away from me.
Yeah, we all live quite a distance away from one another now. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Quite a distance currently.
But until Draven moves back, then
until I
things
come
going to be. And piggybacking off of what you said about thinking about our friendships and our relationships, that's something, when that happened, it was such an eye-opener. And especially when you've known someone for so long and you're so used to that person, the things they do, that you almost become blind. Let's say they're doing something wrong, you become blind to those things. And it happens all the time where you have a friend group or a friend and they do things, and since you're close with them, subconsciously you're going to be biased towards that person. Even if they do something bad, it could still be hard to really truly be like looking through the lens of someone from the outside, until someone from the outside comes in and says, okay, this is messed up. You can't be doing this. So when that was all happening, I really was thinking like, damn, like we really need to reevaluate our relationships and surround yourself around people who, it's going to sound mean, but don't surround yourself around people who are bums.
Yeah.
And because
they'll just drag you down.
Yeah. There's a quote that's like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. I do believe that's very true. And if you have friends who don't do anything, who have no ambition, who honestly don't think like you, let's say you're an ambitious individual and you're talented, and let's say you're a musician, but none of your friends are musicians, none of your friends have that ambition, then I think it will be harder for you, because you just don't surround yourself around that environment of people so you can flourish.
And going off that, I don't think a lot of people think what it is to have someone help you with that. When you're doing something like music and you have someone who recognizes the talent that you have, and they're working with you, and they're working on projects with you. I had a good friend. I still talk to him. It's like on and off, but we had gotten a lot of work done. We had gotten a lot of projects done, and we were going to take those projects to the studio. But I mean, it was just a week before we were going to the studio, he stopped talking to me. All those projects went to nothing. And I know Brad has a very similar experience with someone where Brad was trying to get things done. He was trying to get the ball rolling, but nothing ever came to light from it, because when you have someone who's doing that, who's not recognizing what you're doing, the work you're putting in, who's not helping you, it makes you want to do nothing. You lose more or less all your motivation to do that, and to try to move on from that is very hard.
Especially when you're close to that person too,
right?
Because it's one thing to collaborate with an individual that you meet for connection reasons, right? But it's another thing when you are friends with that person and you're close. So there's potential, and you see it.
Yeah.
I say it a lot, like I see it, and I feel like a lot of people don't get it. What I mean when I say like, oh, I see it. A lot of people most people are very talented, and when you see the potential in someone, it's disappointing when it could be anything. It could be anything, really. And I really truly believe that people's actions, self-sabotage is very common, whether it be on a lower scale or a higher scale. Something as simple as not following a passion, to at least try. Because if you don't succeed in that, at least you can say you tried. But some people don't even try. Some people just say, oh, like, I'm too busy with this. They get themselves into bad things. They do bad stuff. And then it's sad. There's a lot of cases where that has happened. People that I've known, people you've known, people that we have known. It's so common. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, especially when, like you said, you know that person. And it sucks because you're also friends with that person. So you're not only dealing with the loss of, oh, crap, everything we worked on is crumbling apart, but it's also like, is this person really someone I want to be around?
Right.
And I would say, not really going off of the whole, like, friends getting into situations and, I wouldn't say like destroying themselves, but like almost making their lives worse than it should be. But I told Brad this, like when I went for my music audition at WestCon and how that affected me. I was at a point in my life musically where I lost like all motivation, and I was like broken in two, with like music wise, because I did want to go to college for music, but you know, m- life takes you on paths that sometimes you don't expect to go on, and that's okay, you know. And I'm doing cybersecurity now, and I'm doing music on the side, and I'm working as well, and it's a lot. It's a lot to juggle, and but so we slowly coming back, and
And I remember when you had told me that. I mean, I told you, I was like, don't let that keep you down.
yeah,
Because if you're gonna always expect to find a success in doing something, you're gonna always be disappointed.
yeah,
And you need to go into it like, okay, if this doesn't work out, I'll just keep on trying, because it's not easy.
yeah,
I mean, me making my music, I put hundreds of hours into some of my songs, and sometimes I don't really get a lot of people listening to it, but that doesn't discourage me because I feel like it will pay off in
yeah.
time, and that even that 1% chance keeps me going.
Mhm.
So Evan here, as you know, he does produce music like me, and he is really good. And I remember you said this year you wanted to get your music out.
Yeah.
Make that a goal. Don't just say, okay, I'm going to do it. Do it, because your stuff is not bad. And a lot of other people deserve to hear it. Whether or not you get 10, 15, 20 views, 1,000, 1,000,000, it will come eventually.
Yeah.
Everything takes time. You can't just expect to see success right away.
Exactly.
And Draven has a similar story here about the podcast. Or you want to mention your old podcast there?
Joe Schmo podcast, whatever you call it.
This is not my first time on a podcast. Previously, I did.
This is why we're paying him. All right.
Previously, I did host my very, very young podcast with a very close friend of mine, and we had, I want to say we had 8 episodes, and we had some decent viewership. We had some decent impressions, but again, that was another case of someone not showing up, someone not wanting to do the work. And I mean, there's a lot more to the story than just that. But when you're expected to do everything on your own and everything yourself, it really takes away from all of it. It really takes away from you wanting to do anything at that point, because you were supposed to do it with this person. You were supposed to have that support. You were supposed to have these equal responsibilities, but then it all falls on you. And to be fair, I was a lot younger then. I mean, this was when I was like 16, but even then, people still wanted to listen because we were funny. We had a lot of really dumb stuff to say, and a lot of really weird takes. But
I want to hear what are some takes? What are some takes you got?
Yeah.
What are some crazy takes you all had? All right, craziest take. Top 3 takes. Top 3 takes.
Top 3 craziest takes.
Top 3 takes.
I'm expecting to hear.
Do 3. Go 3, 2, 1. So it's like a build up.
Okay. Top 3 takes. I'm gonna start at 3 here. Man, you guys are putting me on the spot here. What are some of my wild takes? Top 3 takes. Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad. That's 3, right? Okay.
Here's like real quick. Actually, I'll let you finish.
It's a little bit of a hot take, right? That's a little bit of a hot take. Okay.
I'll let you finish. 2.
2.
I know one that you were telling me the other day.
But bring that up. Go ahead, bring that up. Maybe help
Halo is ass.
Oh, okay.
Halo is garbage.
That's another hot take, right? Hey, listen, I want to clear this up. I have never played any other Halo full through other than Combat. What does it see?
Yeah,
Combat Evolution.
Evolved,
Yeah, Combat Evolved. I've never played any. I've never played any Halo through than Combat Evolved, and was really bad. I just remember it being really bad. And I had an Xbox One that I played that, like the OG Xbox, like not the Xbox One today, like but like the first Xbox.
Or had that on
right?
OG hardware,
the
playing
OG
that shit right
Xbox
from the source.
And just thinking about that though brought back so many good memories of I played Half-Life on that, and Half-Life was such a better game. It was so much better.
What made it
everything
better?
about it was better.
What made it better?
The gameplay, everything about it.
I agree.
Everything about it. The story. Halo sucks. That's just my opinion, right?
You only played one Halo.
Like, wait, all I gotta say for y'all that are listening that like Halo, I told Draven the second he plays Halo Reach, which is actually when we play, we might make a video on that. But right now, I think we should play Halo Reach first before we get into the other Halo games. His impression will change.
This is what he tells me. I've got to try it.
Just try it.
Another hot take. Connecticut is the best state in the United States.
Is this number one hot take? Is this number one hot take?
I think it has to be, right? Because it's a huge debate and debacle, but it's the number one state in the United States, and it's the number one state in the Northeast, right? Everybody loves it. Everybody knows it. So much comes from the nutmeg state. You know what I mean? So much comes from the nutmeg state. The Constitution state. Come on, man. They call it that for a reason. Where were these things drafted? Okay.
The good old CT, right?
Here's another hot take. People have become dumb.
I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's very truthful and honestly very agreeable. A lot of people.
It is. People have become brain dead, and I don't want to sound like silly, but I mean it. You know, I talk to people.
It's like brain rot, like brain rot, like
not even like I just.
Here's an example. Lack skills.
Okay, I like to, when I'm in person and I'm hanging out with my boys or my friends, I like to be face to face. I like to be in the moment. But now I see, I'm in these groups and people are sitting on their phones, right? People sit on their phones while you're trying to talk to them and be in person. And this is more than one circumstance. This is really every circumstance now. The phones have kind of killed today. I ask people a simple question like, I was talking to my coworker the other day, and somehow we got on the topic of like, can you name the 50 states? Can you name Can you name every president? Right? Can you name every president? No, they couldn't. Can you name?
I'll be honest with you,
I can.
Okay, all right. Can you name every state in the United States?
I can name at least 30.
I think I can. I may miss maybe 1 or 2, 3 maybe, but I think I can name most of them.
Can you name at least 10 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
There's people who can't name 10 states.
That's crazy. They need to go.
There's some people who don't know who George Washington is. I was watching a video of people in New York.
Oh, I've seen that video.
It was like some guy walking around, and it wasn't staged. They're like, who's the first president of the United States?
Right.
And they're like,
I just feel like people choose to do nothing anymore. Mm-hmm. They choose to live like these husks of lives where they're not doing anything, but it's almost like they're here just to be here, which is very weird to me because I'm always doing something. I'm always filling my day with something. I'm always very busy. I'm always learning something new. I'm always picking up a new skill, a new hobby, something that goes into my life. And I just feel like people's lives aren't really that deep anymore. I feel like there's nothing to it where these people spend most of their days in their beds. I mean, like scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts even now. I mean, I remember how much of a tool YouTube used to be. You could look up anything you want to learn on YouTube. Now it's just become like everything else because of YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
So I just feel like today I can't find people. Is it weird for me to say that I can't find people that are interesting?
No,
because I won't lie. Like Brad,
listen,
you're a very interesting guy. I feel like everybody here has a texture to them and are very interesting. And I go and I just talk to these other people, and it's like they're nothing. It's like they're nothing. I don't understand. I really don't. I don't get it.
I was working a job, going off what you were saying about interesting people. Now, everyone has different personalities, right? Some personalities don't really work with others. Sometimes you may meet someone who is not into the same things you are, and it's nothing personal, right?
That's perfectly
But then there are times. You said what?
That's perfectly fine. I mean,
yeah. There are times where you may meet someone though, and you try really hard to be their friend, and you may even spend a lot of time with that person. I worked a job a few years back. You guys already know the story, but I'm not going to go into crazy detail. I worked a job a few years back while I was around 16, and I actually worked that job again last year. And I was friends with this guy for a long time, and we actually were pretty close. In a sense, we were close at the time. But after time went on, I started to realize that this guy is not someone I want to be around. The things I'm into, he's not into. I can't have serious conversations with him. Very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
But some people are just like that. But I do think that the phones are not only a bad influence, but the worst part about it is that some people don't even realize it, how bad it is. It's not just social media.
No.
You look up pornography. That's so easily accessible. You know how bad that is for people, especially younger people growing up. That really can screw with someone's mind. Social media screws with your perception of how people are viewed, how you want yourself to be viewed, and people get very narcissistic. I also believe that depression is very common because since you're looking at all these other people's lives and
setting unrealistic expectations, you know?
Oh, I want to be like this person.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Drake has so much money. I want to rap and I want to be like Drake.
Has so much meat.
You know? Oh my God, Drake has abs when they're actually fake. They're implants. But some people are too gullible to realize that these things don't matter. They really don't at the end of the day. Only your personal journey on how you want yourself to grow is what truly matters. And unfortunately, we're entering an age. We were born in 2004. Evan 2003, late 2003. But
2003, actually.
But we were born at a time and we were being raised at a time where it was the border between excessive access to cell phones and then not as much. I feel like half of our, up until obviously this doesn't go for everyone, but I feel like, at least for me, most of my childhood, I didn't use a phone until I was 13. Yeah. But even then, Instagram, TikTok wasn't even around back then. Vine was something back then. Instagram wasn't as prominent as it was now. TikTok didn't exist. YouTube didn't have the shorts thing.
No.
The stories, like the Instagram stories, didn't even exist back then. Snapchat wasn't around. I could be wrong about that. I think Snapchat was around, but not as popular as it is now.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I think what's more crazy though with that is less the fact that people are on it. It's more the fact that people base their whole life on it now.
Yeah.
Like some people's whole lives revolve around things like TikTok.
That's their hobby.
Instagram. And that's their hobby. That's their personality. And I think it's really strange because I just don't know. I feel like you're not even yourself at that point, right? Like if you
like a husk.
If you base your you are, because if you base your entire personality around an app and people you don't even know, people you've never met, things you don't even know about, just these unrealistic expectations that everybody sets on there. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Do you realize what you become when you really reach that point? I want you to say what I want you to take a guess on what you become. Like there's a word for that. What you start becoming. When you're on an app and you're scrolling, what are you doing?
You're selling your brain.
There's a word for that.
There's a word?
Idiot.
There's a word. An idiot is a good one, but
give me the first letter.
Start to become,
give me the first letter.
It's a C. It starts with C.
Next one. Next letter.
Start to C-O. You start to become a
corporate slave. I don't know.
A consumer.
A consumer. You start to become
a
consumer. There's two different types of creation on these apps: consumer and the creator. Right. The only people who are benefiting off of these apps, who are making money, who are showing off these things, are the creators. Most people are not creative, and there's a reason why most people are consumers and not creators. Some people just are not. Some people just don't have that creative side, and I do think it is, going back to what you're saying, some people are creative, but they get sucked into that life of, oh, this is just me now.
Yeah.
And I hate that it's become such. I mean, really, really, the devil of today, because it's things like TikTok and Instagram. They really are great tools for people who are upcoming. If you want to share your business, if you want to share your ideas, your music, they really are great tools to get to people. But it's the fact that people have taken advantage of the system, and people use it for their own vicious gains, to take advantage of these people who are addicted, and who can't really find a way out. And it ruins it. It ruins the experience. It ruins people. It really does. I mean, so many people, like you said, are depressed and develop anxiety and develop all these mental health issues we hadn't seen before to this level, especially our generation. And now we're seeing it. Now we're seeing how many people have developed depression, anxiety, OCD, all these things. And I mean, why? Why did previous generations not suffer as much? Like, I've heard the arguments, oh, they didn't talk about it as much. No, I just don't think it was really as present as it is now, because they didn't have these same things influencing them. People didn't, I mean, just 40 years ago, phones really weren't that accessible. It's not like you can call.
They
up
really
your friend.
weren't. You had to spend $500 for a brick phone.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not like you can call up your friend and be like, oh, let's chill, let's play some games tonight. No, you had to go to that person's house and you had to see them face to face. And
you couldn't call them. You just have to say, hey, is this
on the landline?
Hey, are you home? Hey, are you home? And then you go over there, you chill. And I feel like I'm so lucky to have had a childhood like that, where it was always face to face. I was always with my friends. I didn't grow up with things like the new PlayStations or the new Xboxes. Like I said, I had the run of the mill, the original Xbox, and I had like a PS2. Those are like the game consoles I grew up with. So even if I wanted to play video games, I had to bring my friends over to my house to have fun like that. And then it was still in person. It's so much more meaningful having those interactions, being with someone. It's not like today where it's all online and you don't even get to see the person anymore. It's just like you're on the phone and you're playing a game. It's just not as fun. It's not the same level. You don't interact. So I just feel like I was very lucky to even though I didn't have what everybody else had, like a phone and all these new consoles, it let me develop in a way different from other people, where I feel just a lot more lucky, as I feel a lot more healthy than a lot of people, just because I didn't have that same experience with a lot of social media and a lot of technology. And it's also been a little bit of a disadvantage for me as well, though, because I'm kind of a little uneducated when it comes to a lot of things like computers and using stuff like that. Just one of my college courses. It's a software applications class. I didn't really know what I was doing, because like a lot of the stuff I didn't really know how to use it. Part of that is where
I'm like, what is old this? Man, you're like, what is this?
You're like, what's Windows?
And delete. And what is System 32?
It's funny, 32. But part of that goes into where I grew up, because the school systems I went to and attended, they didn't have things like computers accessible to all the students. They didn't have laptops they handed out. We did paperwork. We did work on paper. We turned it in. We did work with books. That was going all the way up to sophomore year of high school. That was the first
COVID
time.
Hit. When COVID hit was when you really started to see
that was the first
computers.
time I got a laptop for anything school-wise. I mean, it was nuts. It was nuts to me because I was like,
looking back,
they gave you a lot of responsibility.
No, looking back at that, kind of talking about COVID here. Looking back at, you mentioned the computers, and I was actually thinking about this not too long ago about how the online work was not something that we did until, like you said, sophomore year when we were provided laptops via school, and then when it was like the hybrid stuff was happening, and some people were doing online, some people were doing both. They were provided a laptop, and even up until senior year, everything was through the computer. When before,
all your assignments
it was through paper
on like Google Classroom or something.
Yeah, I used computers more when I was in like kindergarten during the typing. You guys did the typing.
A to Zap. You remember that?
Yeah.
Remember A to Zap?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? What is A to Zap?
It's like a.
It was like a typing thing.
I don't know. Wait, I think it was like some like application to stimulate the growing child's mind on a computer.
It was some
I don't remember what it was.
The most I ever saw a computer in school before sophomore year was things like the you remember the SBAC? Do you remember that test?
Yeah.
SBAC and like PSATs and stuff like that was on a computer. But it's because we had to use computers. So I mean, it was like in cycles they'd hand them out, and it's just because I came from a more impoverished area. So they didn't afford things like laptops and computers to give to students. So that's how I grew up. I didn't have that until sophomore year. So it was really interesting. It was really interesting. And now all kids have our computers in school. Like these younger kids, it's all phones and computers. My little brother, he does most of his work on a computer, which is nuts to me because he's only 8 years old. 8 years old, and he does most of the work on the computer. Like he has homework.
When I was 8, I came home with a backpack, a bunch of folders.
That's what I remember, right?
When I was 8 years old, we were doing like building blocks. You remember those like boards with the rubber bands and like
my god!
Oh my god!
Bring me back.
Those went crazy.
Bring
me back.
Because it's that makes the brain interactive and solve puzzles.
The brain. That tickles the brain.
I mean, what type of IQ are these kids going to have looking at a computer screen?
10.
I mean, they're not even going to be able to figure out a puzzle because I don't know. It's just nuts to me.
Speaking of puzzles,
maybe I'm wrong.
Solve this one, bro. Solve this one.
I knew he was gonna pull out a Spider-Man. I knew speaking of. I knew he was gonna pull out a Spider-Man.
Girlfriend.
Oh god. I wanna speak on what you mentioned earlier about how you didn't grow up with like the new PlayStation and you didn't grow up with the new Xbox. I can relate in this sense. I had a 360 for a very long time.
Yeah, me too.
I remember being younger, and I remember my dad getting Halo 3. Speaking of Halo,
that was my first Halo game too.
Yeah, but I was like 8, maybe. I was like 8. And it was a long time now, but Halo was out for a long time. I was even playing the first Destiny game on 360, not really being aware that the Xbox One had just came out.
Me too.
And like I didn't really realize, crap, this stuff is outdated now until I got older, and I never played online ever. When I played Halo, I always played the campaigns. I would load up the multiplayer maps. Wanna know what I did, bro? I would run around.
That's what I did.
And just look around the map and just like find any nook and crannies in the map. And you'll be surprised how many like things are there that you would never notice while playing the normal
There's one Halo 3 map, I think. If you there's like in the center, you like blow it up or something and it like drops you into the griff ball.
Yeah, that was Sand Trap, I think it was. That one. Like stuff like that. You don't really realize, oh crap, like I didn't really grow up with this. All my other friends were talking about, oh, I just got the Xbox One, and then
I was like, what is the
I get the Xbox One like 5-6 years later.
It was always
already the new one's coming out again.
It was always talk about new consoles, but I still had my fucking PlayStation 2 playing Grand Theft Auto. What's the one with the big smoke order? What's that one called?
It's San Andreas.
San Andreas?
Yeah.
San Andreas. I remember playing PS2 San Andreas and doing the mod where you can add a second player in, and you know, like that was the coolest stuff then. And like,
bro, I was using a Windows XP like for most of my childhood. I freaking didn't upgrade to Windows 10 until like last year. Yeah. I was running Windows 7.
Yeah, if you want to talk about outdated computers, you want to talk about how you got like your first like 1,000 hours in TF2 on a crappy laptop.
God. Oh my god. Oh man.
You want me to say it or you want to say it?
Outdated hardware. Listen. I'm gonna just say this. I
never get no vibes on it.
It was December 2015.
Oof.
And this was on YouTube. Gmod was really popular. Venturian Tale. I don't know if y'all watched Venturian Tale, but it was a lot of Gmod roleplay stuff. Was really super popular. Jacksepticeye. It was a different age.
Oh, brother.
Right? FNAF was super popular.
Happy Wheels.
Markiplier. Happy Wheels. I watched Jacksepticeye's whole entire Happy Wheels. And I discovered Gmod. I was 13, I think, at the time. 12, 13.
What was I doing when I was 13? I was playing Black Ops 3, I think.
I was playing Black Ops 3,
I swear to God, I was the GOAT, bro. I lost. I'm out of my prime.
I had this laptop.
Holy cow.
I had this laptop. It was a black Dell laptop that was
the GOAT.
Really freaking old. All right. And I remember when I was very young, my dad had actually got it, and the first thing he put in it to test if it works was the Clone Wars movie from 2007, Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the movie.
Wow.
And he actually had the CD, and he put it in. But this was years before. But, I get older and find Gmod out. 2015 comes around. I asked my parents, hey, I want to get this game. It's $10. Can we get a Steam account up and running? I get Gmod. Christmas morning came around. I got a gift card, got Gmod, installed it. I didn't realize he did. Yo, listen, my parents, they bought me a lot of Steam gift cards when I was younger, man. But that's a whole other different story.
That's all the TF2 cosmetics.
Yeah, honestly. But when they got me that, I got Gmod, and then I played Gmod a lot. But then as time went on, I found out about TF2. Oh my God. I had known about TF2,
the Gmod rabbit hole,
but I never piqued my interest. Yeah, well, the Gmod rabbit hole is what led me into TF2.
That's true.
And I don't know if there's anybody who plays TF2 who's watching, but if you are, you're a GOAT. But listen,
great.
I played TF2, and that laptop ran TF2. No joke.
It's a joke.
Lord have mercy.
Thank God he's dead. He's gone. He's gone. Listen, he's buried.
The laptop is retired. It's gone. But
he's in a better place.
It ran TF2 at like 15 frames.
Ooh.
That's bad.
That's 15 frames less than
played. But here's the thing, I couldn't play the normal matches. I actually played on one server for I would say the first 500 hours that I had on it. I played on one map. And the only reason why I played on that one map because it was tiny and there weren't as many people, so my computer could actually run that map. And I remember I had made friends on there. I was young, man, but it was a great experience, and I had put a lot of time in TF2, but my computer, I played so much TF2 on that computer. There were times where my computer crashed or it would freeze for 3 hours and then unfreeze, and it was okay.
All right, you gotta choose one player from TF2 who you running.
Oh yeah, are we doing this?
That's tough.
Are we doing this?
That's tough.
I know who I'm picking.
I know who Evan's picking, but listen.
Listen,
only choose one. Because if you were talking to me back then,
no,
I would say Sniper.
Goatest of all time.
Just one. You have to choose one. It's
one or done. Just one or done. All right.
That's crazy. Because
you got 9.
There's one in my mind.
Dude, does he sound
I'm a little washed.
Just go with it.
He starts with an S, but I'm not nearly as good as I used to be with him.
Mine starts with a C, ends with an so you know what I'm saying?
C, I don't even know what that is.
Come on.
C,
you drew a picture of it.
C,
You drew
and then
you drew a picture of it.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? But no, if I were to run with one class in TF2, I would run with Soldier. That's my man.
That's
I would have said Sniper.
That's interesting.
3-4 years ago, 5-6 years ago, I would have said Sniper. I've learned that Sniper is not like, I don't know. Sniper's good, but Soldier, you know how to play him right.
Listen,
easy to destroy the whole team.
This is gonna sound a little funny. Personally, I would go heavy.
Oh, that's a good one.
I would go heavy. I'd go heavy.
You talk high about Demo Man, so I'm surprised.
I do talk about Demo Man, but I'm not. Listen, heavy is where I started out. Those are my roots. Okay,
my roots.
So Demo
Man, heavy mains, surprisingly, believe it or not.
Demo Man, yeah. I can go Demo Man, but my roots are heavy. So
heavy.
We're talking about roots. Okay, if we're going to talk about roots,
I know what Evan's going to say.
I've had my fair share of in the Coliseum with this character. All right, me and Brad in the Coliseum of this orange map with 0 gravity. We would
and all crits.
You hit one body shot, you're done. All right.
You're done.
You're done. All right. I gotta pick my boy Sniper, but put a few cosmetics on him. He turns into a crocodile, and
yes,
a crocodile.
He turns into a crocodile.
And that's who I play. I play a crocodile who has a sniper rifle, a candy cane sniper rifle that says 10 bars, 10 seconds.
That's a whole
different thing.
That's a whole other like rabbit hole we can go into.
We're unraveling the lore right now. But I'm just gonna finish what I was gonna say.
No, finish.
About this whole like Coliseum battle to the death that we used to have. So me and Brad would 1v1 as Sniper, and we would play for like almost like an hour, 2 hours per like 1v1 match in this server, and we would just play and just see like, you know, who would kill each other more and get angrier the fastest almost. And then this game.
Listen, Evan's good. Evan's good.
This other thing though.
You can't beat the king.
Can't beat the king, but I can
beat the king.
But you know what? I can equal his throne. You know, I can usurp it, but you know, I can't, you know, overthrow it. I can sneak it, but I won't be there for long. I'll just be there for a short time. I'm not there for a long time. There for a good time, but
there for a good time.
But listen, the other thing that I want to mention is how it would get to a point where I would be playing TF2 and I would be getting pressed and I'll alt F4 and close the game, and Brad would be like, "Dude, where are you?" And I'd be like in the Steam menu. I wouldn't even be there, but what were you saying?
You'll go heavy.
I would go heavy. Oh yeah. I would go heavy and go.
You go brass beast heavy on crits.
Heavy on crits, and then kill a bunch of people and then leave. Like. All right, but what were you saying, Drew?
I just wanted to say I love how the games Gmod, TF2, Half-Life, they were all designed on that same engine, and that's really what made those games was the design.
Yeah, definitely the art design is what really
just how unique they all were. Just how unique they all were, and the style that they played, the story behind them, because you look at TF2 and it's such a fun story for every character, and it really makes the game. Same for Half-Life.
More alive.
That game it makes
them unique. You know, makes them
right.
It
makes
like,
it unique.
Entity.
And I just love that about those games where it felt not even more realistic, but just so much more fun. I guess they just felt more fun having that.
They felt more alive.
Yeah, they just felt more alive.
I gotta agree with that statement. That video games, you know, back then used to have more character than ones that come out now do.
And I think part of that is because a lot more time was put into designing games then. Yeah. And I'm sure there's still a lot of time put into designing games, but I feel like it's become a lot more easy of a process. Yeah, and you
Like
know, mainstream.
Overwatch, perfect example of a similar game, but lacking almost like the heart of
Right.
what TF2 has that
Right.
Overwatch doesn't
I do gotta say, I feel like Overwatch was there and it did have its lore, but they just fumbled it so hard with the changes they were making, trying to make it like, you know, more of a competitive game. And, you know, it is a competitive game. Like team-based shooters are competitive, but the way and the direction they took with the game drove it into the ground. And I don't think it has recovered since.
I just don't think any other game other than TF2 has done it like TF2 has
Exactly.
had that same style, has been as fun. Other than, and I'm gonna drop something crazy here. You two have probably never even played this. Shell Shockers IO. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Shockers IO.
Shell Shockers
Haven't heard of that one.
No, that one sounds. What is this?
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You guys,
Shell
no.
Shock,
Think of a map full of eggs with guns running around, shooting each other.
I think I've heard about this one.
Shell Shockers IO. There's guns like the yoke, the cracker, the scrambler, the scrambler, bro, the scrambler.
Oh man,
bro, the scrambler.
The
scrambler.
You gotta scram, pal.
I was gonna get scrambled.
As silly as it sounds, I have a lot of hours in Shell Shockers IO. I used to play with my boy. Even here at school, we played a couple times, just because it's so nostalgic. And
was it on the PC? Was it on a computer?
Just such a fun game.
Yo,
it's
should
just
I look
like
it up on Steam?
I mean, I don't think it's on Steam. I think you access it online through a browser. You literally you just put in Shell Shockers IO, and no, it's so much fun. It should not be as fun as it is, but it's so much fun. And me and my friend had got to the point where we put in so many hours to this stupid game that every map we went into, we kind of just wiped out to the point where everybody would leave. Everybody would leave, and then we would just we would 1v1 each other. We'd both go sniper, and we'd 1v1 each other. And
it's like an
really,
FPS game or something.
It's really silly how stupidly good this game runs, and like how fun this like stupid gunplay is.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna have to play it one night. Actually, now we're gonna have to like set up a night where
Crunker,
we play Shell Shockers.
Crunker. Oh, Crunker. Please.
What you know about Crunker? Huh?
What you know about only real Discordians know about Crunker.
Pre-acquisition.
That game I never heard of, but another game I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about it's a game called what's it called? It has the same concept of kind of like TF2, where it's very movement based. I think it's called Trials.
Trials.
Not the
like the motorcycle game.
No, not that Trials. It's called Tribes.
Tribes.
And you're like jumping over like these big maps, and you're flying, and you got to do like the midair shot, like shooting the people. That's a super old game.
What about Max Payne?
That's a good game. That's a really good game right there. Dude,
talking about good games. All right.
The freaking
best games,
the Scrambler.
The Scrambler.
The Scrambler.
Right. Which one is your guys' favorite video games? AOT of all time.
AOT. Oh man, don't even give me. I'm gonna let you guys answer this one first.
I don't even know.
I'm gonna let you guys answer this one first.
Well, Evan,
give me like 1 minute. Guys, I will be right back.
You gotta give your.
I'll be right back. All right, I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
2 minutes. What if we just stare at him?
But you guys can continue talking about that. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
I'll act like you're not here.
I have my headphones on, so I can still hear you guys.
Okay.
What if I kissed you?
What if I made out to you? All right. So I don't even know what I would say for best video game I've ever played of all time. You know, what dictates, greatest of all time, like in your personal preference? Is it one that you've spent the most hours playing, or is it like a game that you really felt like, this is a great video game. You know.
I mean, I feel like it's a little hard for me because I feel like even though I think you two have even played that many games, but I really haven't played that many games in my time.
Yeah.
But
I know what you're probably gonna say, but
it's gonna sound very basic, really. But my favorite game may just be GTA 5.
GTA 5. I thought you were gonna say Red Dead. Red Dead 2.
It's honestly between GTA 5 and Red Dead Revolver, or
the OG.
Yeah, the OG, either Red Dead Revolver, GTA 5, or Gun. And Gun is another game a lot of people don't know about. It was an older game. I actually had on the PSP.
Gun.
I had a PSP for quite a while, and Gun was like, honestly, I thought it was
dual.
It's just Gun. It's just GUN. I honestly thought it was a better Red Dead Revolver. Really, it was same kind of game, but I just feel like they did it better, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. I just remember spending my fair share of time on that game, and I mean, there really wasn't much to it, but it was just a lot of fun. And so yeah, it's definitely between GTA 5, Red Dead 2, Red Dead Revolver, or Gun.
I do gotta say, Red Dead 2 that's a solid game. It's a solid game. That's a good
story.
I'm overhearing what you guys are saying.
The map is just so beautiful.
So beautiful. Story.
Listen, when it comes to the best video game of all time, there's a mix of how much Evan said, or how much time you spend on it, or
just say Red Dead 2.
I'm gonna say, Draven's gonna hate me. He knows what I'm gonna say, but
y'all are gonna hate me.
If it's Halo, you're out of here. Halo, you're out of here.
There's two games. Now, Halo is an umbrella term for me, but there's two games that are really like neck and neck. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, the first.
Oh man,
as one of, in my opinion, one of the best games.
Can I guess second one?
Halo.
Oh fuck, never mind. You said Halo.
Halo. Those two are so neck and neck. And TF2 surprisingly is not even. It's not really. It's like, I don't know. It's either TF2. No, I'm sorry. It's either Halo or Force Unleashed. Red Dead 2.
Yeah, where does Red Dead 2
Bioshock.
place? So was TF2 over Red Dead 2?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm sorry. No, Red Dead is over TF2. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's better. You're ranking it better than TF2.
Yeah. TF2 is also, it's kind of hard to compare them because it's like TF2 is an online game. You know, it's a PC online game.
I'm gonna blow your mind with what I think is the best game.
But I mean, the story of personally, I think of Red Dead 2 is really just unmatched. What they did with the characters. I mean, Arthur Morgan, just like developing character. Sister, I've lived a bad life. I had a son.
You're a good man, Mr. Morgan.
I watched him die. I had a wife.
I lost her leave too.
My mom died when I was young. I watched my father die, but it wasn't quick enough. What I'm trying to say is, I still don't believe in them. And I guess I'm afraid.
I'm afraid.
Mr. Morgan, you have nothing to be afraid. I mean, that right there. You know, I mean, just, you know, for those of you who have played Red Dead 2, you'll instantly get that.
You get that.
It's just so much damn fun. I mean, there's something about picturing yourself in the Wild West in 1899. I mean, it's wild. I mean, I because when I play the game, I really do picture myself in that setting, and I picture myself as Arthur Morgan. And sometimes I really do.
That's why it's so interesting.
Lived in the Wild
you're kind
West
of putting yourself, you're putting yourself in the boots of like, what if I was here? You know, same thing. Like, I love playing a game where I can feel like I'm a character in a world. Like New Vegas, we were talking about New Vegas. Great game. Oh my god, so good. It's the same thing.
Yeah. All right, so Evan, let's get your best game of all time.
Best game of all time.
Let's get your best game of all time.
Wait, I might. I had I could find the case.
I thought he had the disc.
I got the case. Hold on.
Let me ask you this: Are you gonna say Spider-Man?
Am I gonna? I'll bring it in. I'll bring it in. I'll show you what it is. Okay. I have to exit the room.
You may take a minute. Because I've got something to segue into after this. Something else.
I'm curious what he's going to put out because I feel like it is Spider-Man.
Right.
I think it's going to be Spider-Man because I know he has it on disc.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm trying not to make it. Okay, wait. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Hold on.
I mean, he may as well say Evan. You may as well say F1,
Okay.
considering
F1?
how many hours you have.
Listen, 400 hours in F1. I got three Red Bull hoodies. I got three. I got a jacket. I got the Miami special edition. I got a couple McLaren sweats. I mean, yeah, might as well be. But favorite video game of all time. I'm just gonna say this right now. Played this game in 2018, and I played this during a time when I was going through a very difficult time in my life, and this game helped me kind of deal with it and cope, and put me in a place where I could escape and not have to worry about what was happening. And this game is very close to my heart, and it's something that I sometimes, occasionally now, play just to, roam around, have a little bit of fun here and there, and just to replay. But I just want to say, I don't know if any game can. Yeah, where's the drum roll? This game, I'm holding it right out of frame right now, but. All right, you ready? This is it.
I'm ready. Yeah, yep.
I said it. I called it.
Listen.
I called it. I said it. I said it. I knew you had that game on disc.
PS4. All right. I gotta get the view here. Spider-Man PS4.
That's a little crazy.
I mean, I don't know. People have their opinions about this game, and most people say it's good. And I like this game because it helped me go through a lot, and the story was very personal. And this game is like 6 years old. If you don't know what happens at the end, then that's crazy. Draven, do you know what happened at the end of this game?
Listen, wait. Before you even continue, I got a little something that I actually forgot to mention. I got it out of frame right here. I think I was ready for this one.
What is it? Oh, Titanfall. Is that the other TF2?
Let's not forget.
Oh my god.
Arguably one of the best first-person shooters ever made.
That's so true.
Titanfall 2. I didn't really put it on my list, but such a good freaking game.
That's a good game. I do gotta admit.
Draven, if you haven't played Titanfall 2, suggest it.
Listen.
It's great. It's on PlayStation as well.
Be greater, man. Live by those words.
Spider-Man is such a good game. And I will agree to Evan that it is a great freaking game.
When I was mad AF depressed, I would just start swinging around, bro. And I wouldn't give a care.
Oh God, Miles Morales is also really freaking good too. I love that. I like the combat in Miles Morales a little bit better, and the swinging a little bit better than that for that one. But they're both just really.
Listen,
let's get it. Top 3 games. Top 3 games.
Okay.
GTA,
okay.
GTA,
I respect it.
Red Dead 2.
Oh. Okay. Wait. Number 3.
All right.
Oh.
Wait.
That's
a spicy one.
I'm saying this just for the online play. I understand the story was really short, not that great. The gunplay is the best for online play.
Wait, guys, you want to see
Battlefield 5 on
guys, look at this crazy game. Top 3 games.
Evan,
what?
A little bit of a hot take here. Fernando Alonso, best F1 driver to ever drive.
Best F1 driver, and
Lance Stroll, best one.
All right.
What makes you think
we're seeing you out of here, man.
We're just gonna.
The fact that he crashed. Crashes his car every race.
Red, let the men talk. All right, sit the little boys.
Listen. Lance Stroll is the definition of daddy's money.
Dude, that's so true.
He is the epitome of doesn't know how to drive.
All right, but why do you say that Fernando Alonso is the best F1 driver to exist?
Well, let's look at it like this. I'm a little fanboy of Fernando Alonso.
I mean, he's hot.
He's been in the game for so long. And he's just a good-looking guy, right? Like he takes care of himself.
He does.
He knows how to rock himself, and he knows how to drive. And so that's all. I feel like his career speaks for himself, right?
Yeah.
It speaks for himself.
He made some crazy, idiotic driver moves, and that screwed him. But
every now and then. But now let me ask this. We talked about best games of all time. So now I want to go into best songs of all time. I want top five. I want a top 5 songs from each of us.
Don't be shady. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I can't even answer.
You guys continue with this conversation. I'm a hop back in. I'm texting my girlfriend right now.
He's locking in. Top 5 songs?
Songs from each of us. So Evan, why don't you start?
Is it like top 5 of our favorite songs or top 5 songs that we think are the best? You know?
No, your top 5 favorite songs of all time. You know?
Should I go 5 to 1 or top to bottom? Should I build it up?
If you want to do it like that, because I'm just gonna list off my top 5 in no particular order. So
it's a good one. I do gotta say that I think one of my favorite songs is "Pizza" by Martin Garrix. That came out in
that's interesting.
August of 2017. No, it's very significant to the lore. All right, this song.
I agree.
It's a very emotional EDM song, and it's like this song kind of like showcased like I want to be a music producer and do these things that Martin Garrix is doing, you know, because that's cool. Right. Standing on a stage and seeing all these fireworks and being able to make people hear your music. Number 2, Don't Be Shady. All right.
That's crazy. Don't Be Shady.
Don't Be Shady is so good. Like as a house track, yeah. Okay. But I'm not speaking like top 5 songs like out of every single piece of art, music known to mankind. But I'm just saying personally, these are like my top 5 favorite. So I would say number 3, it's gotta be Heroes by Mom. I'm kidding.
Heroes by bro, I was about to freaking start punching my like they think I'm punching you.
Let me ask you this, Evan. So your favorite album of all time is actually Evan and Brad.
Favorite album of all time?
Oh, Sentio.
No,
favorite album of all time.
No. Keep listing off your top 5 songs. I just want to make sure what your favorite album of all time is. Sentio.
Evan, continue. I'll go last after Draven.
But I know your favorite album is Sentio.
It's not Sentio. Oh. It's actually my favorite album is Heroes by Martin Garrix. Like, it's actually 21 by Area 21. Number 3.
Right.
I'd have to pull up my Spotify to look at this, but
so your number 2 was Don't Be Shady.
Don't Be Shady, yeah. Right. Number 3 would be Everything Is Possible by Sola, and that's like it's kind of like a very chill drum and bass kind of chill song.
I remember that one.
It's very chill. It's in F123. Don't Kill Me. All right. It's a good song. It's chill. It's got a good beat. Like I love the vocals. They're good. Huh. I bang that shit in my car when I'm on my way to school or whatever. It's a good song to wake up to and just get your day started with. Number 4. Of all time, I don't know. What's a good influential song that has influenced me in my life? Man, I don't know. Now this is getting to the hard part. Cause like, I don't know.
He's trying here. He's trying.
It's hard picking like what's your favorite songs because I like a lot of songs. So it's like, what are my top 5 favorite out of all the ones that I listen to?
It's hard.
It is hard.
You listen, so much music.
I've already got my top 5 in my head.
All right.
It's already there.
Listen.
Drug Kill Fever. Come on, guys.
Okay, number 4 has got to be Loose Change.
There's no way.
No one can say that crazy. Loose Change is a bad song.
That's actually kind of number. Are you top? Like, is this real? Like, are you serious?
Real? Loose Change?
Wow.
I think it's tied between Loose Change or Lost in Translation for number 4. Because, like, those are two, I believe, are very well-made songs that are sounding very good. All right? I'm not dragging this out to sound like a meat rider or anything, but it's true.
Right? Are you making me do the Golden Freddy pose? I'm just like...
All right, and number 5 song is "Heroes" by Martin Garrix.
Wait.
The saxophones and Lost in Translation. Send me to heaven, man. Send me to heaven.
I'm gonna pull up Spotify for my number 5. All right, I'm pulling that up.
Okay, so.
Actually, I take back. My number 4 spot is gonna go by "On My Lips" by Jazz. Sorry, Brad. I had to dock you to 4.5. All right. All right. So, "On My Lips" by Jazz. That's a good house song.
Okay.
All right. Now, you guys are gonna think that I'm kind of crazy for this last one. I'm gonna whip it out real quick. The Spotify playlist, that is.
Whip it out.
Okay.
Whip it out real quick.
Man, I'll have to redo my whole list now, cause like I'm looking back. You know, "If Only I Could" by Brooks, influential song, 2018, April of 2018. Crazy song. That's when I found that song. But I think my 5th song has to be a little out of my electronic music territory. And, you know, I like some rap songs. I like some Kanye songs. You know, I also like some, you know, kind of pop punk songs. All right. Brad may know what this is going to be.
What was it called? Baby Drummer?
Yeah, Baby Drummer by Bad Nerves. Okay. That's a good one. Or what's it called? Luton in London. That's a good one. That's a good like pop punk one.
All right. Let me go into my top 5. My goated top 5.
I'm curious to hear Draven's.
I have to look at my playlist again.
This is in absolutely no particular order, but because it would be too tough to number them 1 through 5.
That's what I was.
So first off, I'm gonna go "Sun King" by the Beatles.
Okay.
I would show you. I got a tattoo right here. I'm a huge Beatles guy.
That's right.
So you know, my first choice, "Sun King" by the Beatles.
Time check real quick.
So number 2, I'm gonna go with "She's Your Baby" by Ween.
Yes.
Amazing song.
That's a fire when you showed me that one.
Amazing song. For those of you who don't know Ween, they're a great band. My boy Dean Ween and Gene Ween. Make sure to look them up. Listen to "She's Your Baby." Anything off of White Pepper, Quebec. I mean, great albums. I mean, the Mollusk, Chocolate and Cheese. Really great albums. For my third song choice, I'm gonna have to say "Echoes" by Pink Floyd, live at Pompeii version. Okay, "Echoes" by Pink Floyd, live at Pompeii. That's the best version of it. Just wow, just transcending type.
Blows you away.
Number four. I'm gonna go "A Routine Day" by Klaatu. A lot of people have never heard of that band. They were quite Beatlesque. They were out of the 70s. They come from Canada. A lot of people hadn't heard of them. They had a very popular album, and they actually had one really popular song that was covered by the Carpenters, "Calling Occupants of Interplanetary Craft," and the Carpenters covered that, and the two never really got the recognition that they deserved. But "A Routine Day" by Klaatu. Listen to "Hope." What a good album. I mean, my goodness. So that's my fourth. 5. Man, this is gonna be a real tough. This is my last one on the list, and I want to make sure it's equal to all the others, right?
The 5th, I feel like, is the toughest.
It really is, isn't it? Man. I think it's a toughie. It's a tough one. You know what I mean?
I know you don't listen to EDM, but I know we've showed you a couple good tracks. So I wonder if that could maybe be any of those songs can be contenders.
Listen,
but
we always saying it. So
I'm gonna say this. EDM doesn't even make my top 10 list. Top 50 list. I'm sorry.
I respect it. Though.
Doesn't even make my top 50 list. But for my number 5, God, it's so tough. It's so tough. I'm trying to think of songs just as meaningful as the other ones to me. And I'm gonna say "If" by Bread. It's a really, really beautiful song, and it's such a pretty song. The guitar, the effect that he has on there, the whole message, the storytelling, just absolutely beautiful. Another transcending song. All right, Brad. Let's hear those takes.
Before Brad, all right. I just want to say before Brad talks, I'm gonna get a time check. We're at 1:16. We're at 1 hour 16 minutes right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. All right. Top 5 is gonna be tough. So I've listened to so much music, old, new, not so old, not so new, a lot of different genres, EDM, punk, pop, reggae, dubstep, everything. But I gotta really think about that. Number 1, honestly, for me, is gonna be the hardest. Number 1.
Yeah. That's why I did no particular order, because I didn't want to order them, but because I feel like each song I listed is very equal for me.
Number 1, there is one song that I'm thinking of. I think it's "Ode to Sleep" by 21 Pilots.
Okay.
First song off of Vessel. My favorite album, "Ode to Sleep" by 21 Pilots. A great track. Has a really good mix of electronic with some rap, with a little bit of like a little hip hop. That track was crazy, and I just love it because of how crazy it is. Number 2. Number two. Jeez, man. Damn, it's kind of hard to. Number 2 could possibly go to Mumbai Power.
Yeah.
By Skrillex.
It's a good one.
Excellent track. Don't really have much to say about it, but I do love that track a lot. Number 3. Ooh, we maybe get into some rap territory here.
Ooh.
Maybe get into some rap territory here.
We're gonna be saying "Walkin'."
I was actually thinking that. That was on my mind, but I think it may change. I'm trying to think of what in particular, because I have a lot of rap. "Moonlight" by XXXTentacion.
Okay.
Different one, but it means a lot to me because when I had first moved the first time, that was a song that the kids in the back of the bus would play a lot. And I didn't know who it was by. I just thought the beat was really cool. And being in New Milford, or that's where I lived, I didn't really even hear rap much. Let's be honest, But so when I moved to where I ended up moving to, which was Torrington, Connecticut, there's more diverse, more music being played. So hearing that was different. It was different. And I heard that song a lot. So that has a very sentimental place to me. Number 4. Does video game soundtracks count?
Sure.
They're music. It's music.
I think "Never Forget" in the Halo 3 soundtrack. Excellent one. Y'all may not recognize it, but when you hear you'll maybe recognize it. "Never Forget." Beautiful, beautiful piece. And it's very orchestral. Halo soundtrack is gorgeous. All of it's good, but that track in particular, certain emotions there that even when you don't play the game, it's just so melancholy, kind of sad, but there's like an underlying tone of underlying tone of hope, hence never forget, which is excellent. Number 5. Number 5. Let me think about this one. Yeah, number 5 is going to be tough. Number 5 is tough.
It's always tough.
I can definitely do like a top 5, most emotional songs like that mean a lot to me. I just did like top 5 songs, but I can name that off the top of my head.
I was just thinking like soundtracks of like, because I think about soundtracks a lot. So, but number 5. Notice how I haven't said much EDM, but I don't want to say 21 Pilots because there's a lot of 21 Pilots songs I do like a lot, but I really want to keep specific artists at a minimum. I was going to say maybe Limitless by Martin Garrix was a contender for number 5, but I really don't think so. I'm going to have to give... Draven's going to really be like, dang, but I really think at right now, Lost Without You, number 5.
Okay.
By Connie, Nimstar, and Kiovaz, I think it was.
I mean, that's really solid.
Lost Without You. Right now, that's what it is. Right now, Lost Without You.
Brother.
Something about that song. Now, when I listened to went to the song, like when that song found me, it was just like.
It's a pretty song. It is a pretty song.
It's something about it. I don't know. Something about it. But yeah, that's my top 5.
on there too.
Yeah.
So if we're doing top 5 like most, where did he go? He just disappeared.
No, I'm here.
Fred, your cam's gone.
You're gone.
It's okay. I'm gonna turn it back on. Give me 1 second. You fix something.
So I feel like the top 5 songs, like I feel like I can name like most influential to you or most like emotionally impactful to your life.
I think I went emotionally impactful. So
and I gave my like straight cut. These are my songs. But if I had to go for like top 5, most impactful, I would probably do mine would obviously be more EDM orientated, but number 1, I would go All the Way Up. Wait, is that what the song's called? Wait, I'm sorry. It's like, wait. I think it is wait. What is that Martin Garrix song called? Sorry. Call me a Martin Garrix fan. I don't even know. Oh, The Only Way Is Up by Martin Garrix. That I think was the first EDM song that I heard that kind of indirectly introduced me to it, like to the genre. And second song, and you're gonna see a pattern, okay? Second song would probably be Animals by Martin Garrix. And I showed Brad this song when we were like in 8th grade in study hall. And it's been like a catalyst of what has happened since then. And number 3, I would probably say, Pizza by Martin Garrix again. 4, I would say, what would my number 4 be? Like most impactful? I would say, Spider-Man's main theme in the game. I like that one. That one's really good. Has very good themes of, never give up. The way the orchestral is it's very hope-inspiring.
Kind of like Never Forget.
Yeah.
Almost like that type.
It's like you have lost a lot, but if you give up hope now, you're gonna lose the war.
Right.
You might have lost the battle, but you're not gonna lose the war.
Great game to back it up too.
Yeah, and my number 5. I don't even know. Most like influential. I'm trying to search the depths of my mind and like figure out one, but
I think I may know. I think I may know one. I think I may know what your fifth may be.
I don't know what my fifth would be.
Want to know what it is?
What do you think it is?
It's Wanka Boy by Casey
No,
Fry.
my
How can you
God.
forget that?
Dude.
How can you forget
my
Wanka
God.
Boy?
How can I forget
Wanka Boy?
It's
Bro, what?
maybe Drug Hill
my
Fever.
God.
Maybe
Dude,
Drug Hill
Wanka
No.
Boy?
Drug Hill Fever?
I think it's Drug Hill
Oh
Fever.
my God. You opened a third eye in my...
I think it's
No, honestly,
Drug Hill Fever.
Wanka Boy was really like that was
I'm
so
not your
I
Wanka
still
Boy.
Dude, oh my
Oh
God,
my
that song
God.
is so funny.
Could be
But no,
Drug
I'm
Hill Fever.
gonna have to open up the Spotify because like
It's either Drug Hill
While you do
Fever
that-
or something off Cynthia.
Definitely not.
While you do that, I think we should go for the top five, our top 5 EDM songs. Now, I know Draven doesn't listen to much EDM, but I think maybe you can think of something good.
Right.
I think I'll go first, and Evan will he'll rebound back with his when he finds his. But
I'm almost there.
I'm going to start with number 5. I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to start with number 5. Number 5, man. I think right now number 5. Number 5. There's so many.
I got it. I got it.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right. So number 5 is No Doubt by Rogers and Dean. All right. Whenever this song comes on, I don't skip it because it's a good song. It's a very good.
Is it an EDM song?
It is, but it's like
Okay.
I probably showed you this one, Brad. But
You definitely showed me this one. Like, I don't even need to hear or like no.
It's an EDM song, but it has some strings in it in the drop, and it's like.
Is it Calvin Harris?
No, it's Rogers and Dean.
Rogers and Dean. I've definitely heard it.
Good song.
I'll probably recognize it.
Very.
I'm thinking best EDM songs, man.
Best EDM songs here by Martin Garrix. Easy.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh wait, scratch that.
Fever.
Scratch that. Scratch number 5. Speaking of Martin Garrix, Dreamer by Martin Garrix. Okay, Dreamer by Martin Garrix. That's a good one. Want to talk about Not Giving Up? It's with the that gospel dude.
Recently?
No, this is like 2019, 2018. He came out.
I've definitely heard it. I'll just have to hear it. Animals by Mark Garrix.
He goes like, I'm a dreamer, but they don't tell me not to dream. I'm a believer. So, and then he says something else, but
I'd have to hear it. But I think I've definitely heard
I always have something to believe in.
Oh,
I always have something to believe in.
Yes. Now I know what you're talking about.
That's a good one. That's a good song.
Okay. I like that one. I do like it. It's more poppy. I do like it. I do like it. It's more like pop EDM, something to hear back in 2012 with Calvin Harris.
Maybe. I don't know about that, but
I just feel like it's just pop EDM. Like it's good, but for me, it's just nothing really to talk about. Like the vocals are nice.
Yeah.
I think the vocals. That's why Martin Garrix's last EP, that one song that had that vocalist or that guy, it was good, but it was because of the vocalist.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny to say since Martin Garrix, he's usually he's an EDM guy, so usually people talk about the drop.
Yeah.
I think him getting good vocalists. See, Limitless. I think the reason why we're talking about this.
Well, that's
was it Mesto in Limitless
carrying him hard in that.
Who was the dude who helped him with Reboot?
That was Valor or something. Valor, or whatever his name.
That one was good too. And I bet you Game Over was good. His best songs have been actually Game Over is probably number 5. Number 4 is probably what's that song that had the VIP mix with the funk at the end, but it was like
Dash Star. That was
Dash Star.
Yeah, Dash Star 2.
Such a good song. It's probably my number 4. Number 3, probably Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites by Skrillex. Number 2 is Mumbai Power. Number 1. Number 1, that's crazy. Because
best EDM song
number 1
you've ever heard?
Number 1 may be Knockin' by Boss Fight.
Knockin' by Boss Fight. Which one's
that song you've definitely heard. I played it.
Probably.
That song has been a pivotal part, aside from Animals and Skrillex stuff, of my producer journey into discovering more music, because from the very get-go of making my EDM playlist, Dash Star has been on there since the beginning. A lot of songs have come in, a lot of songs have gone out, and switched back and forth. Dash Star, I never skip Dash Star. Not Dash Star, Knock 'em. I never skip Knock 'em. It's like a dubstep track. Because there's something about it, man. Like, just a great track. That's probably my number one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious about Draven. Curious about his top 5 EDM tracks.
One, it's gonna be Limitless. It's gotta be Limitless.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I remember I showed Draven Limitless in the car, and he was like, "Oh my god!"
It's really just because of Mess though. Really
it is. He really.
I mean, I'm honestly not a big Martin Garrix guy. I feel like his stuff is very boring. I mean, that's just me.
Listen. I found him during a time in my life where I was like, "This guy's crazy. I want to be him because he's such a cool dude."
Second, I'm gonna go with Don't Be Shady.
Don't be shady.
Right.
Oh my god.
Don't be shady. 3, I'm gonna have to go with Brad. You showed me in the car that one time, but I don't remember the name, but the bass on it was just right. I don't know what happened to Brad.
I don't know. In the Shadow Realm.
You said I showed you it in the car?
Yeah, you showed me. We were going to a certain person's house, and we were blasting that. We were blasting the song, and
Oh.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about now. Go ahead. What was the name of that? Because I don't remember.
Again Witta.
Okay, there we go.
Again Witta by from that's Skrillex and Joyride. That's actually my number one.
That's gonna be 3.
That's my number one. Then Knock 'em is number 2.
Because you showed me that. That's been in my head. That's stuck in my head.
Dude, you have like the congas coming in, and it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Or I don't know. There was this artist I listened to, and she had a lot of piano in the beginning of her music, and I can't remember the name. So that's the problem. Like I've listened to a lot of stuff, I just don't remember the names because it's not like I listen to it over and over again. But I'll stick with a top 3. A top 3 works for me just because I'm not big into the genre. I
can do a top 5 EDM songs.
Let's hear the top 5.
Top 5. Coming in at number 5, we have "If Only I Could" by Brooks.
Okay,
that's a good one. It's a good song. He switches it up at the end a little bit. Vary some chords, vary some notes. It's good. Number 4. Okay,
number 4.
Number 4, I gotta say, "Everything Is Possible" by Sola.
Okay.
Right? It's got the piano in the beginning with that top hi-hats coming in. I love that song. Song's so beautiful. Number 3, okay? It's gotta be "It Ain't Over," Sons of Maria remix. It's a very chill song. It's like a piano house kind of song.
Okay.
Very chill song. Number 2. This is where it gets a little tricky.
Right.
Number 2. Ooh. It's got to be "Don't Be Shady," right? It's only appropriate.
Obviously, it's only appropriate. It's only all right.
It's only appropriate.
It's only all right.
Top EDM song of all time. Now, this would probably be a song that I play the most, right? I listen to it for a very long time. I listen to it, here, there, and wherever.
And everywhere.
Everywhere. Thing is, I don't know what that is. What EDM song have I been listening to for? What is this? Is bro getting us demonetized before we even? I'll have to look in the playlist because. Ooh. Off scroll. Ooh. I don't know. I'm gonna scroll a little bit more. If you want to hear a good song, good EDM song, kind of a message, kind of depends on if you can perceive music without vocals as a message. But this song does have vocals, but the drop is very inspirational, let's just say.
Right.
I Can Be Somebody by Dioro.
Okay.
It's a good song.
Oh, yes. Yes. Dioro's really good.
It's a good one.
5 Hours by Dioro, even though we joke about it. Excellent song. Not 5 More Hours, of course.
That or To You by Skrillex.
So that was all our top 5.
To You is really good.
That was all our top.
That was all of our top 5s.
That was all of our top 5s.
I say. With that being said, we've got to be getting close to a minute. Hour 30 by now.
We're definitely a little over an hour and 30.
So I would say we hit wraps. Hit wraps, right?
Hit wraps.
I was gonna say I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah.
There's a few other things that we got in mind, but we should save it for another podcast episode.
Yeah.
Next week.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Next
all right,
week.
So guys, subscribe to our Patreon.
Donate to us. Give me all your money.
Patreon, the Feed Finder, the OS,
OnlyFans.
Oh my god.
OnlyFans.
A premium Snapchat.
Cameo. What's the one where they hire people on? What's the one where they hire people on?
Yeah, Cameo, and then Fiverr.
Fiverr. Yeah, find me on Fiverr. Find us on Fiverr. We're gonna.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. All right, I'm happy to have everything back again. We're gonna make it consistent this time around. And you guys are gonna really like our next podcast topic. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this,
all right.
We're out. I've been
We are good.
Draven and
Evan.
Drop
Draven.
He dropped the mic.
Drop
the squeals. The mic squeals like, and then we're done.
Dude, we're
see you guys.
That's gonna be posted.
Bye. We're posted.